Hi Sagittarius, this is going to be your reading from April 20th through the 26th. It is good for the Sun, Rising, Moon, or Venus sign of Sagittarius, but keep in mind it's a general message. It's not a personal message meant for just one person, so it's not going to resonate with all of you. If the message applies, great. If it doesn't, leave it behind. It could be meant for someone else. If you're a cross watcher, this message might apply to you. You might have to swap the roles. If you want a message to resonate with you 100%, book a private reading with me. My email is in the description below. I'll get back up with you right away. Look for my response and respond back to me promptly. If you wait days to respond, the appointment slot that I offered you will be gone and we'll just have to do it another day. But I read for Sag more than I read for any other sign, so I'm always delighted to have a private reading with you guys. Also in the description below is the link to my sister channel called Soma, Chandra, Libra. I read for Sagittarius on Soma, Chandra, Libra every 72 hours. On Sunday nights, we do a weekly forecast as well. And we do deep oracle advice and channeled messages from spirit there for you guys as well. So I would subscribe to that channel. I do read for you guys here though, because I read for all zodiac signs. Don't get confused between the two channels. You might find some messages here, you might find some messages there. Because I do relationship spreads for you guys over there, I'm going to do a Celtic cross today here on this channel for you, Sag. It could apply to love, but it can apply to other parts of your life as well. So have an overview effect. Let's get into it for you. So from the animal spirits, I have crow spirit, co-create with spirit, and peacock, let it shine in the reverse. I think that you guys are trying to think of a solution this week, and I think you want it to be a solution that will make you really happy and make you crow and make you feel good. You are on the right path, but you need to find some solutions and be smart. Crows are some of the smartest birds, and they are known for using tools, teaching their young to, how to use tools. Other birds don't do that, and they are very smart. So I think you guys are trying to come up with solutions to some things this week. Let It Shine is coming out in reverse, Peacock in reverse. Some of you are feeling as though other people don't appreciate you for who you are, and you're feeling like you can't shine your light. I think some of you feel as though your heart chakra is a little closed off in some way. Some of you might be letting pride get in the way to a degree as well in some situations. Moving into the week, this really hit me hard, Sag, because this is very overview. Ace of Pentacles, but the challenge is the Devil, and at the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Pentacles. So this is moving up to this week. You might have really felt like something was just getting off the ground, and it could have been career, but then something really terrible happened, and it threatened all your stability. And I was like, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so that's very general. I think that moving up till now, you really saw a situation where if you had a good plan between you and another person or in any part of your life, it really could have manifested into abundance, but that insecurities, desire, a restriction, even an addiction, a shadow of some kind has threatened it. And it really threatened it with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. This is a lack of equal contribution from everyone in your home. You know, the Ten of Pentacles is having it all: wealth, finances, family, long term success. Something is threatened. This could even mean divorce for some people, or it's not going to be happily ever after. Um, I almost feel like these could be interchanged too, where like we faced a shadow or a demon, and the catalyst to overcoming that demon is the fact that you want something to manifest into abundance and really go somewhere in the 3D. But I feel like there could be something that could manifest for you that would bring security and a lot of grounded happiness, but it's being threatened in some way, or it might have been created out of something that might not have been the best for you. And as a result, that's why it's not manifesting into abundance. It's at the top of the deck. Page of Wands, communication. It was something that excited you. You wanted to explore it, but it's not growing. Okay, let's see what comes out. Spirit, show me Sagittarius, Sun, Rising, Moon, Venus of Sagittarius. Show me Sagittarius, April 20th through the 26th. What is their overall energy? There's that devil. Some of you are dealing with a Capricorn. What is the challenge, or what is the catalyst? What's the contributing factor? The Six of Swords in reverse. Okay, so this week, Sagittarius, you guys are going to face some of your own limiting beliefs and your own shadow sides. Some of you might just be dealing with a Capricorn. You're feeling pretty chained and bound to something in a situation. This could be based on an insecurity, desire, an attachment, a restriction. This might be something that you're circling back to. The Six of Swords is out of the frying pan into a fire, or it's a cycle from the past that you feel very drawn to. You could have a strong attraction to someone even. It doesn't necessarily mean something's bad for you, but it's something that you kind of can't let go. With the Six of Swords in reverse here, it's we have a hard time moving away from conflict. Sometimes it's unfinished business. Some of you are really trying to go through a personal transition and facing some of your demons. Try to get this devil in reverse where you're aware of what all of them are. I see repeated cycles here, and this week hasn't unfolded yet. You can make this Six of Swords move away. Move away from the things that you need to transition away from. And you can bring a person with you when you do this if they're willing to let go of any toxicity or drama or contempt between you and another person or in situations. I feel as though you guys are stuck in a holding pattern. Many of us are. What's driving Sagittarius? There's that Ace of Pentacles. That's what's driving you. You really want something to manifest, and you're not going to let it go until it does. I think it might be starting to weigh on you pretty heavily. Might even be bringing out your shadow side. What else is driving them? This could be like even a job or a situation that isn't going anywhere, and you really want something to produce. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. For some of you, this is work, or just a situation that will bring a lot of stability into your life. You are burying your nose. That's called prudence here. You're going to work on it. You're going to work and work and work on it this week, working on the right things for the right reasons. This is an apprenticeship. This is a skill development. This is, I just heard We Can Work It Out by the Beatles. Cool. Universe is using the Beatles today. What was the past? What was the past leading up to this that's important to see? Queen of Pentacles, wifey, mommy, boss lady. So you or someone else being very concerned, being married even, a practical approach, very nurturing. You were very nurturing and giving in a situation, or someone else was for you. This is a card of a pretty serious commitment. The Queen of Pentacles creates an environment and comes up with solutions that are very practical. You or this person was very nurturing. The World in reverse, Prince of Cups. This was never completed, though. A cycle left incomplete. You could be far from this person, but not too far. Someone really wanted to express love and pour their heart into this situation. The Wheel of Fortune. Only time will tell. Sorry, you guys, traffic's really loud today for some reason. Only time will tell. Up to fate. By fate, something came into your life, and you just tolerated the ups and downs. I think we've hit kind of a snag here. Okay. God, what is with all the trucks on the road? Sorry, you guys. I live next to a busy road. I live in the Bible Belt of the United States. I live in the South. And if you're not from this country, you need to know we love our trucks. Truck stop, tarot. Okay. Yeah, I love my life. I really do. Okay, what's their crowning thought? What's the smartest version of themselves thinking all the time? Three of Swords in reverse. Don't get your heart broken. Heal. Focus on optimism is what your soul is telling you. What else is their soul telling them? Thank you, Spirit. What is Sagittarius's crowning thought? The Sun. Operate out of a place of clarity. You want a breath of fresh air. You want it all out in the open. Work, focus on healing, focus on optimism, Four of Pentacles in reverse. Stop being such a miser with your heart chakra. Let it go. Shed the old. Open up. Your soul is also telling you about money and finances this week. Don't be greedy. But also don't overspend. Um, Sometimes the Four of Pentacles in reverse can be like a more extreme version of it in the upright, where we really protect ourselves. It's like your soul is saying to you, dude, don't give it all away. You do need to protect yourself a little bit. But sometimes it's like greed, or it can also be overspending. For some of you, if this is like a career thing that you've been working on and building up while you've been in quarantine, and you're wondering how much you should invest in something, your guides are telling you this is a good idea. Just focus on the positive. It could have something to do with healing and the healing arts, and open up your pocketbook a little bit, or be willing to take a risk. If it's another part of your life, they're saying you need to shed the old and not hold on to something so tightly. Yes, you're going to feel like you're losing something. You need to let go of the past and open up a little bit. Let something go. Don't hang on so tightly. It's just restricting your heart chakra. What are their actions this week? What are Sagittarius's actions this week? But some of you just need to be careful with finances. Justice in reverse. You could be dealing with a Libra. Five of Swords. Fight to the death, eh? This is karmic justice, because the devil is here. Think about what you're doing. Almost getting there. For some of you, this has to do with court. I think that you guys are willing to fight for something this week because you feel like justice hasn't been served and something isn't balanced out. I'll be honest. What I'm seeing here is the blame game. Someone in a situation this week, either you or someone else, there might be some kind of a conflict or a disagreement where someone will want to win at all costs, either to right a wrong, or they don't care if it's imbalanced or unfair. Make sure that you're holding yourself accountable for everything. Someone could be getting a divorce. You're fighting for it. But there could be some conflict this week and some unfairness. The justice in reverse is usually a lacking in accountability, or we make a choice that justice isn't really served. Watch out for karma and cause and effect. What's happening deep within? King of Wands. Okay, Daddy. Okay, I see the Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Ace of Swords. Okay, first of all, I just heard one message really clearly. This will only ring true for you if it's true. Deep down, you know you're just friends. I don't know, that's going to be true for some of you. Deep down there, what you're saying to yourself is, I need to be the King of Wands. I need to take a long-term view of success. I need to be alpha. I need to be confident. I need to be passionate. I need to be consistent. I need to be very clear about what I want moving forward. I'm a very passionate, independent person, or you want this kind of person. A King of Wands can mate for life, but this is not a King of Cups, which is all lovey-dovey, or a King of Pentacles, which is more grounded and committed. King of Wands is committed, but he's like an entrepreneur in his own life, and he's looking for a breakthrough with the sword of discernment. So deep within, you're telling yourself here on earth, be smart, you know the truth, seek the truth, operate out of a place of clarity, and put yourself first and be honest about your dreams and what you want. Cool your temper. Don't be cocky. Don't be too confident. You have a lot of options. Focus on the bonds of friendship and passion. Okay. And invest in yourself. What's happening in their environment? What's happening around them? Show me the people or person closest to Sagittarius and what's happening with them this week. Six of Cups, nostalgia, fun, happiness, pleasure. They might miss you. This could be your children. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. But this person's feeling a lack of stability. You know, if this is family, this could be your kids feeling like There's not enough stability in their home and they're worried and they just want to be happy and have fun. Or this could be a person where there's not a lot of, they're not envisioning long-term stability, or they might be going through something where their finances, career, or family is somewhat threatened. They do want to spend time with you. They do want it to be innocent and joyful and sweet. This could be a person from the past, possibly. Ace of Wands, they feel a lot of passion in a situation with you or in some part of their life. They're starting a new cycle. They see an opportunity with a lot of growth potential. The Hangman, they don't know what to do. Temperance, they're thinking about you. This wants to go back. You're on their mind. You could be dealing with a Pisces or another Sagittarius. This person feels sort of trapped in this situation or a situation this week. They don't really know what to do. They're sort of paused. They're trying to take a new perspective on something. So they may pull back from you, or just in their life, that's what it looks like they're doing, what they're doing. They're trying to figure out something, start a cycle with some real growth potential that will excite them, that might help with this lack of stability, or this person might be more about passion than they are about long term. Um, they're trying to be calm. They may come off as a little aloof, not too exciting, not too emotional. This wants to go back though. They do want healing. They do want to feel good and feel harmony. Temperance and the Hangman are both cards of perspective. Okay. How does Sagittarius feel this week? What are their emotions? Thank you, Spirit. The Emperor. You want an emperor. You're wanting to feel like an emperor. Well, you really want to be in control of your feelings. Big time. This is also a card of serious commitment in some way. You want to be in charge. You're focused on being a little bit more logical. You're not being very emotional. You're wanting that feeling of establishing the structure and authority of your life. You're married, maybe. You're thinking of serious commitment in some way. That's boss man right there. You're wanting someone to be your emperor. You're wanting to be the emperor. He can be a little stiff. He's the emperor. He has to be. He has people coming to him every day. Bullshit, and he has to run the whole kingdom. So he'll raise his eyebrows and just kind of like, okay, and fold his arms so it can kind of feel stern. Knight of Swords in reverse. Some of you feel a little out of your depth and out of your league, though. Or you're afraid to take a risk. You might be feeling restless and impulsive and burnt out, maybe. It's not carpe diem. You're not going to go out on a limb here. Or if you do, you might regret it. You're worried about that. Some of you also, like with its work or family, it's like, who put me in charge of all this shit? What am I even doing here? Believe in yourself. The Knight of Swords is on the table, which means you're smart. You can be brave and daring and direct and take the lead, seize the moment. Don't miss an opportunity. Be willing to speak your truth. Watch that you're not harsh. You seem to be holding back emotionally in some way. I think this might begin to make you restless and frustrate you. The Emperor can help you make a plan, and a logical one. And Crow Spirit wants you to do that too. Also, Crow Spirit wants you to co-create with someone else and your own soul. You're not alone in the situation. It might not be all on you to decide. Can I move on, Spirit? Yes. They had a lot to say about your feelings. What's the final outcome if they stay on present course? The Wheel of Fortune. It's up to fate. It's up to fate this week. Just hang on. This week, there will be a lot of changes. This week, you are at a real turning point. You will feel the expansion of Jupiter. This is you, Sag. Jupiter. Expansion. Change. Lots of ups and downs. Sometimes you're going to feel like you're on top. Sometimes you're going to feel like you're on the bottom. You're at a real turning point, a very important pivot point. You are playing out your karma. You're on the right path. But with this justice in reverse for your actions in the Five of Swords, I think you're going to fight for something this week. Make sure that you stay balanced and you stay true and examine the cause and effect, because there's literally a 50-50 chance as to way the things will play out. The Tower in reverse, Eight of Cups, Princess of Swords, Knight of Swords. So I think that deep down, you want to communicate about something. You're a little defensive and nervous. You're coming at it kind of like an air sign, or someone's like that with you, nervous to communicate, but wanting to. Someone's thinking about turning their back and walking away from something emotionally, having a hard time dealing with emotions. And when I see the Tower in reverse and Justice in reverse, some of you might be having a hard time with seeing the bigger picture of something. Some of you are letting pride get in the way, or another person is, or you're afraid to shine. And it's because you don't want to rock the boat, but it's not fair and balanced. So don't be afraid of the Tower where you got to burn it all down and start again. Don't resist a sudden awakening and a shift, because it's going to play itself out one way or the other. Some of you, I think, might be really resisting a big fallout, or worried about making a big change. And maybe that's why we keep going back and hitting this pit with the devil here. Yeah, they're pulling back. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, Sagittarius, that's your reading from the 20th through the 26th here on Soma Chandra Tarot. Subscribe and hit the bell. I read for your sign here every week. Check out Soma Chandra Libra. Love messages are up right now for you guys there, as well as tonight I'll put up a weekly forecast. And the weekly forecast will look kind of different from this. It'll be more advice and a little more hyper-focused and shorter. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Sagittarius. I really love you guys. I'll see you next time.